Hello guys, good morning. This is FTS once again. I am not a financial advisor, neither do I give financial advice. This video is for educational purposes only. And as we know, past profit do not grant future results. The forex market is volatile as you take your trades at price management. So yesterday we have a Fed Chair testimony, and this is the outcome of of Jerome Powell, who is the U.S. Federal Reserve Chairman, his testimony, right? So I had a summary, so I have to put this in a way that we can understand it, because that's the most important thing for us in the market. It's not about everything, but we just have to understand how the impact of his testimony on the dollar, right? Because he's the Fed chairman, and anything he says, affects the US dollar, and and every other currency in the market, right? Yeah. So three things are the main hit yesterday, right? Number one, the testimony brought very pressure on the dollar, and then there are political pressures as well, and also resulted to short term and all of that, right? So let us see the summary and how it also affect the dollar. I say number one, on the base pressure, it means market are pricing in for more rate cut, reducing US yield appeal. Then the second point says it will likely lower treasury yield by hurting the dollar, by making US dollar asset less attractive to investors. The powers hint that the tariff may not contribute much to inflation. The inflation softens the case for holding rate higher, right? The political pressures are Trump open Trump's open criticism of power adds to uncertainty. The historical political pressure does not drive Fed's decision directly, by but can shake investors' confidence in the U.S. policy, right? So it's a mild negative for the dollar, right? Then number three, it says the result, the outcome means a short-term bearish bias for the dollar, right? Especially if the incoming data support weaker inflation or softer labor market condition, right? Now let's look at the impact on the dollar and the GH currencies, because this is where at least you can easily determine the market bias and all that, right? Now for the dollar, it's going to be bearish because of why? Because rising odds of rate cut, right? Powell's dovish tone, weaker consumers confidence, right? And yesterday as well, we saw the US home existing home sales, right? So the data that came out was below market expectations, and these are the contributing factor why dollar fell yesterday, right? And as we've analyzed from the weekly market review, we are seeing a bearish dollar output as a result of a weaker job data. And based on what Power says, that if the data that will come out would likely, if if it produces a weaker job, if the data that comes out, gives a dovish tune and all of that, we should expect a weaker dollar. Right? Then the euro will likely be mind bully, because US weakness give euro an edge, right? But ECB is also Dovish, right? Yeah. So as for me and my community, we understand what it means, right? Therefore GBP is going to be bullish, right? Yeah. So Bank of England is still hawkish. GBP may outperform US in short term, right? Yeah, because we have middle term, short term, and long term, right? Yeah. So in terms of short term, right? GBP will likely outperform the dollar, right? Then JPY is going to be bullish, okay? Because the US Japan often drops with lower US yield. Back of Japan still ultra loose, right? So and yesterday as well, I also posted my community where uh we the the Bank of Japan are also voting for rate hike yesterday, right? They're also voting for rate hike, and they might likely hike rate in the next rate meetings, right? The Canada missed, right? So for me, I'm not interested in this. Canada or Aussie sentiment improved on dovish Fed, right? Yeah, so they're taking advantage of the dovish tone of the United States dollar. Same for Kiwi dollar, right? Yeah. Why CHF bullish based on safe haven inflows and all of that, right? So you can see that the dollar has really affected the G8 currencies in a way that it likely affect the market. Now, yesterday as well, there is a report from Bloomberg that said dollar weakness as Trump considers naming the next Fed chairman. See, look at this, the next Fed chairman stuff of a thing, right? I remember when Trump came in, I think his first meeting in January, right? Yeah, when he came in, as at March, where Powell was not in sync with Donald Trump, right? He talked about replacing him, and later he changed it because immediately he talked about replacing him, the dollar starts going down. Now he's trying to bring up such thing again, and you can see from the dollar is really bearish yesterday, right? Yeah, so this was the analysis we did yesterday, and yeah, so we saw the dollar yesterday, and we we saw the result of how it likely affected the market. Okay, yeah. So let's continue on this, right? Now look at the likely summary of yesterday's stuff that happened yesterday. Say the dollar fell on speculation that the U.S. interest rate cut may come sooner and go further than current price as currently priced into the market as President Donald Trump increases pressure on Fed's Chair Jerome Powell, right? Yeah, Trump is really because Trump is pricing in for rate cut, and if that happens, investors will likely shop the dollar. They might not buy the dollar soon, right? Bloomberg's gauge of the greenback dropped to the lowest level in 3 years after the Wall Street Journal report Trump may announce Powell's replacement by September. So investors are already pricing in for on a weaker dollar, right? Yeah, the traders may price in 66 basis point or early for easing by year end versus 51 basis point at the end of last week based on overnight in this swap, right? Yeah. So we've seen the reason why the dollar is is falling, and the dollar would likely go fall to the downside more, right? Now let's see what we have for today. Okay, this was Tuesday. Sorry, let me refresh it. All right, so today be Thursday, we have three news: durable goods order, GDP, and in charge of less claims. For me, the most important one here is going to be in charge of less claims, and it's going to be based on market expectations. Nevertheless, we have a bearish dollar, right? So let's go to our chart and do some analysis. Okay, so since a bearish dollar, I believe we caught up this trade, right? Yeah, because the analysis. So this was the analysis I did during the weekly market reviews, and here again we're having a bearish dollar market sentiment, right? So this is going to be the outcome for me. I'm going to see dollar come to this level again, all right? Yeah, and to stretch the dollar, we're going to stretch price. We're going to see dollar fall to the downside, right? Yeah, so this is going to be the outcome, right? Yeah, so I'm seeing wait till dollar gets here before I would likely sell dollar again, right? So right now we are also seeing that gold will likely go up further, right? But the gold is still sluggish right now. I don't know why the gold is still sluggish, right? But we're still expecting a bullish gold because right now we are not talking about a risk of sentiment because the volatility fear index has indicated that markets is steady, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's see the yen index. Okay. Yes, yen index. Expecting a bullish yen. Yeah, yeah. I'm saying that expecting bullish yen to the upside. Okay. While for gold, yeah. Gold might range from here. Gold might drop down a little bit before going up. Possibility. And as we all know, right now the gold is very, very volatile. So if you're taking gold, please you have to be very careful. If you don't have good account size, a good account size, please don't trade gold, right? Don't trade it, okay? Because gold is very, very volatile at the moment, okay? So This is USD USD JPY. For me, if I go to a 2 hours time frame, I see this place as levels. Price might definitely come to test. Okay. Yes. So for me, I'm gonna hit here and come down again. Okay. I'm gonna hit there, but price might not. My price will definitely not come here. Or price might break this low and see continuous downside. Right. Yeah. So whichever way it happens, level, then I think we can do that, right? Yeah. For Kiwi dollar, my price will likely come here and go forward, right? Yeah. So if you want to take this trade, I think you can, yeah. There's from the one. Mm, okay. All right. That's it. GBP. I'm interested in GBP. Okay. So this is what in US setup. Think we're done with this one because we've gotten our target already. And mind you, you must not take all the trades, please. Yeah, you must not take all the trades, right? Yeah, these are the likely ones I was looking at today. Or is it the same? Yeah, okay. Well, for the JPY pairs, I will hold on a bit. Yeah, I'm going to hold on a bit. I'm not certain yet about it, but I'm going to hold on a bit. Okay. I'm not certain yet. I'm not seeing the vibe I'm expected to get from this yet. I'm not seeing the vibe. But if I get it, I think I will likely because I'm seeing a bullish move from there. So if price breaks this high, I think when it does the retest, then we can take it from there, right? Yes. Okay. So that's it from me this morning. So if you have not joined my channel on YouTube, you can likely join, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more update on fundamental analysis. Okay. Yeah. So that's it from me this morning. Good morning. Have a lovely day. Thank you.